What is hip hop happening, people of the Natural Physique podcast? Hopefully, we're all well. Josh has once again decided to abandon us. Is that the 2 weeks in a row now?
Yeah, he's slacking, mate.
He's slacking. So, both me and Matt have been doing the intros, so hopefully, you've enjoyed them. But it's been a busy week. We had the DFBA over the last weekend with Finn competing. We had Finlay Thornton competing. Was there anyone else that was stepping on? Was it just you two? Meg, obviously, as well. But aside from the team, was that everyone?
Matt had a few more posing clients, didn't you? But that was it. Like, I obviously had Finley. You boys didn't have anyone in it. Matt had me, Paolo, and
And then Lazo at UK, UP.
yeah. Yeah, we should go through that PCA show actually. We should chat about that.
What was this? Oh, the one that Mikey done.
Yeah, PCA Hampshire. I
Oh
think
shit, yeah, I forgot about that.
there's so many shows. Like, to be fair, obviously like NABA and UK UP and stuff like they're not as popular, but they are getting a bit more, and like they are starting to be a bit more modernized and like post more on socials and stuff. So like it feels like there's like 3 or 4 shows every weekend now, and sometimes even more. And that's just in the amateurs, like that's just amateur UK shows, like, let alone like all the fucking other shows that are going on. But yeah, should we chat about the DFBA? Our thoughts, feelings, mindset moving forwards. So Matt's probably laughing because I was just a bit like, I mean, to be fair, I never, ever, ever want to come across like I'm really unhappy with the result or I deserved differently or anything like that. Like, I do look back and think, I try not to and shouldn't look pissed off on stage or anything because at the end of the day, if I lose, that's fair enough. Like, it's nothing against whoever beats me. Like, I'm never thinking I deserve to win or anything like that. It's never that. It's just I was disappointed because I thought I could have won. So I was a bit disappointed, a bit sort of frustrated because I did think I could have looked better as well. I knew it wasn't like 100%. I feel like the UKDFBA look, I felt like really good. And for this one, I could just tell I was a little bit off. Like, no apparent reason. Like, me and Tim were like sort of discussing why we thought it was, and there's no real reason. Like, it's not as if like we changed anything drastically, or I did anything drastically differently, or Tim did anything drastically differently. It was just like I just felt a bit meh. I didn't feel quite as like good going into it and like pumping up and stuff. I just didn't feel quite as good. But I also think you're not going to nail it 100% every time. Like, that's unrealistic. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have those pumps post workout where you're like, fucking hell, I just felt mint. Nothing's changed. Like, and that can be the same with the show day. So yeah, I still felt decent. Still pretty happy with some of the stage photos. Some of the others I wasn't so happy with. There's things that I know I need to do better. Like, I couldn't stay on my side glute because my adductors were too glazed, so my legs were slipping. So like when I look back, my side leg looked soft because I couldn't properly like stay on my glute. And I could feel that on stage. I knew that was happening on stage. And just like when I'd look down at myself, like I just knew I wasn't as like there wasn't as much pop. I didn't look as dry and stuff as UKDFBA. So I can see why like I got beat. And I can see why Bobby was closer to me this time than last time. He's improved, and I was probably similar, or maybe a touch.
Probably look great.
Yeah, Bobby is good. Like, he's really good. But that's what I was just disappointed about because I was thinking, like, going into it, obviously I knew Adamola wasn't doing it. I was thinking I could win this. Backstage, the guy that won, I can't remember his name. Sorry, I tagged him in a post today. Backstage, I thought he looked mint. So like I knew he would be up there. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't like thinking, "Oh, I've got this." Like, I never think that backstage. I always think that everyone else looks fucking great. But looking at the lineup and stuff, to still have come second, I can't complain. But I think going into it, I was like, I can win this. Whereas I hadn't really thought that as much before. But yeah, either way, still enjoyed it. Megan won, which was amazing, and she looked mint. That was good. Finley looked great. Finley only lost to the guy that won every fucking class. Like, I don't know how many classes he did.
I think you did 3. Junior Classic, Open Classic, won his Pro card, then did Pro Classic, won that.
Really?
Fair fucking play, Lucas.
Yeah, he's great. He's really good. I tagged him on Finley's post as well. So yeah, I mean, Finley looked fucking great. I was really happy with how Finley looked. We obviously spoke, me and Matt, about his posing. His posing was good, but could be better. And I think if he'd have posed a little bit better, he'd have pushed Lucas a bit closer. But I still think Lucas would have probably won. But I think in terms of condition, through most body parts, Finley was sharper. His glaze and tan and everything, in my opinion, was better. But Lucas is big, and he is very classic as well. Finley is classic as well. Like, I think Finley has some really nice classic poses. But yeah, Lucas, his overall shape is just like, again, you can see there from the PCA show. That was 7 weeks ago. He just wasn't sharp enough for that PCA show, was he? But then he'd come in a good bit sharper, and he did look great. Like, he is very, very classic. But yeah, Finley did great against him, and I mean, I'm not going to say it was. I don't know how close it was, but
It was closer than we thought it was going to be, for
yeah,
sure.
watching it was close.
Yeah.
I think they probably all will have still had Lucas winning. I think from the back, he was just a lot more dominant from the back, and Finley knows that. He knows that his rear poses need to improve. Part of that is that he's had a bit of an injury to work around during the prep, so his back's definitely not been trained in the best way possible because of that. But still, like, really, really happy with how Finley looked, and he is as well, which is the most important thing. Like, he's absolutely buzzing with these photos. He's absolutely buzzing with how he looked. We've broken the curse of the third place because every other show he's done, he's been third, and he's so good as well. Like, for him to only be third, like, I have clients who, and I don't mean this in a horrible way to any of the clients who are not as good as Finley, who have won shows in this year, previous years, clients who haven't got anywhere near as much potential as Finley. He's 20. He's only just turned 20. And, if they don't win, they're fuming. And Finley's like always been really, really happy with third, but like wants to be better. Was buzzing that he broke the curse and came second, but still wants to be better. And yeah, he's just a really good lad, is Finley. He's a pleasure to coach. So yeah, very happy with how he looked. You did a post, didn't you, Matt? On
Yes, I did. Uh-huh.
But here we go.
Yeah, there we are.
There I am. This guy was good.
German.
Yeah.
That was a great top five. The thing is with the show, it was so quiet, but the standard was actually outrageous. I was looking back at like the winners and stuff. Like junior men's physique, you had Leo, who then went on to win the open, or he won his pro card, didn't he?
I'm not sure. I know that they gave him access to the Pro-Am because that's what they did with every class winner. And then he came second in that, I think.
Oh, he came second to the Danish guy. That's
Yeah.
who it was.
But
Yeah.
he beat Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby was not overly happy.
Was it not?
No, apparently Zach wasn't happy either.
Because he's a bodybuilder now.
I've just heard Zach said a couple of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the standard, like all the winners were absolutely ridiculous. Like that top five for the heavyweights was ridiculous. Middleweights with Leon was ridiculous. I'm trying to remember who was in lightweight.
I didn't see either.
I know the wee guy Jay. You were pumping
Yeah,
up at the
Jay
time.
was backstage, yeah. He came third and he's
I
pretty
don't know
good.
who
So
else was.
he must have been
So
decent.
yeah, it was actually a really good show. I do think they dragged it out a wee bit, but
Just a bit.
because I'd made that journey, I was like, mate, drag it out as much as you want. I've spent all this money coming this way. Like, keep it going till about 8
I
o'clock.
completely get that, but my issue with that is I knew it wasn't going to be a busy show beforehand based on chatting with people, based on Nicola letting me know how many she had tanning and stuff like that. So then I've estimated, right, okay, Megan's going to be on at this time, Finley's going to be on at this time, I'm going to be on at this time. Again, I've just estimated based on knowing it's not that busy. So I'm thinking, right, Megan's probably on at around about 2 hours into the show. Then they'll have a half an hour break. Finley will be on at 1:45. I'll be on at 3-ish because it's not that busy. Like maybe 3, 4. And that would have been fine, but it just like they just had break after break and like they just took ages. And like I'm more than happy to say it. Like it didn't need to be that long. Like they should have been done with the show by like 2, 3 p.m. They could have been done with the show by 2, 3 p.m. And then, in my opinion, that would have been great for my family to have not had to then just drive home and being sat waiting for me to go on all day. You know what I mean? It's like I told them, right, probably this time. But again, I get it. Like, you've also got the opposite side of the coin. The other argument is you want to give people enough stage time. and I completely get that. And like I felt like that was really good in the classes. That I had plenty of time on stage. I think every class did. So it is difficult, but I do just think there's a happy medium, there's a middle ground, and I think it could have been done by like 3 4 p.m. It didn't need to go on until what, like 7 or whenever it went on till.
Well, we left early, didn't we? It was about 6 o'clock.
Yeah. So that's my thoughts on it. And I think a lot of people said the same. Like so many people in the crowd and stuff were like dragging on a bit, and it's not that busy. I think they smashed through it at the start because there was like classes of 2 and 3, and that was it. There wasn't many in the classes. And then as the classes got busier, they obviously took their time more, which again is fair enough because there's more people. But yeah, I just think it didn't need to be quite as long. But yeah, you had Lazo. This is Mikey's client, right?
Yep, Mikey's client, secret show. He didn't tell me about this, but Mikey had hinted to me when I was speaking to him that Lazo was going to do another show. I just didn't know when it was. But it was the what do you even call this? Ultimate UK Ultimate Physiques or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So jumped into that, did 3 classes, got second and 2/3, which wasn't about good way to end the season. So that's coming off the back of his 5th place at the WNBF First Timers. And then I did want to dedicate something to Finlay as well, just because he's part of Natural Physique Coaching and he looked absolutely fantastic. And then we had Paolo in heavyweights alongside Finn. No placing, but he was very happy with his look, which was
He's a really good shot.
yeah, he looked unbelievable. But I think once again, when you don't get the placing that you want, your immediate thoughts are all negative and being like, I mustn't have looked good. I'm not happy. And then I think he took some time to reflect, and I sent him his photos, and he was like, Jesus, like,
Yeah.
that's the best I've ever looked. I was like, yeah, that's what you should be striving for every time you compete. So you can detach yourself a little bit from the placings. Like his placings have actually all gone downhill since the season started, but he's ended with his best look. So sometimes you can't really read too much into it. And then we have Big Finner in heavies as well. I'm not going to say it was a robbery because it wasn't a robbery. It wasn't a robbery, but I had you winning, and that's not me biased. I can see why they've given it to the other guy. It was the Danish guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, so this
Yeah,
guy.
the guy on the right. I can see why they've given it to him, but I don't agree with it.
So I've so obviously on social media you pick your best photos, yeah? So my best photos on here, I agree, you'd think, oh, I probably could have won that. But there are photos on my camera roll that obviously I haven't posted that I don't like quite a few as well. Like all the ones that Megan took on my phone, I was like, I don't look that good here. Like I don't look as sharp as I did at the UK Dfba. I feel like I look a little bit watery. I feel like I just look a little bit tired. But then I've got these are the ones that are from other people's phones and different angles and stuff. I think some of them are from what Megan took, but like ones that people sent me or ones that were on stories, and it's like, oh, okay, actually, I didn't look as bad as I originally thought when I looked at the photos that Megan had. But I can see why he won. He's good. You know what I mean? He's not bad.
90 kilos or something as well.
Yeah, like he's not a bad bodybuilder at all. Like I'm not.
He's very 3D, which doesn't come across as much on the photos.
Yeah, and obviously I've not got many photos with him. Like, I think I was compared next to him and next to Bobby. There was a point where like they did a 3-man call out, didn't they? And they just like rotated us around. And he is good. Like he's definitely better than me from the back. I think.
But then you're better from the front and the side.
Yeah, arguably. Like, again, it's also what the judges think. It's irrelevant. Like, I came off stage and, like, obviously you guys were like, oh, I had you winning. And Tim was like, AJ had you winning. I was like, yeah, I bet my mum had me winning as well. Like, it's all right to not win.
Christian had you winning as well.
Yeah, apparently Christian had me winning, but it's irrelevant if it's not all the judging panel. Apparently all the judges had me winning, but I came second. But no, like, again, I never want to come across as, like, a prick on stage or like that I'm fucking throwing my toys out of the pram or anything like that. I'm not. He won. He deserved to win. He looks great. Fair play to him. He's a really nice guy backstage. Like he looked fucking great. Like literally no complaints from me at all. My only complaints are it's not a complaint. I know I wasn't 100%. I could feel it in myself. I wasn't quite 100% throughout the day and stuff. So I think maybe if I was, I might have won. Maybe that was a case of they saw me a couple of weeks ago and thought he was probably a bit better a couple of weeks ago. But again, that's nothing against Tim, and I obviously spoke to Tim about it, and he was like, saying about him taking the accountability. I was like, mate, not at all. Like, I would have done exactly what you did. Like, the peak wasn't anything. There was nothing wrong with the peak. Like, I think it's just maybe my body's a bit tired. Obviously, I was helping out with Finley and Megan all through the morning and the day. Like, I was on my feet quite a lot, taking photos of Megan, getting photos with her family. Like, it all plays a role, but I wouldn't have changed that because Megan won and looked amazing, and I wanted to enjoy it and see that. So, yeah, that's where we're at in terms of me. But like I say, Megan looked amazing, and I don't know why. Oh, I can. Let's see if I can go onto Megan's page from here. No. Here we go. Yeah, so Megan won her class. She was in a class of 3. It was, unfortunately, her on her own in the pro figure, but then they obviously let the amateur girls go into it as well. So it ended up being 3 in the class, which was obviously a lot better for her. She thought she'd come last because they didn't put her in the middle.
Yeah, I was thinking that when I was watching. I was like, why is she not being moved to the middle? She's absolutely like dominating everyone here.
Yeah. I think they knew that she'd won as she walked out. And this is no disrespect to the other girls, by the way. The other girls were good. Like, it's not that they weren't good. Like, she was absolutely peeled.
Yeah, she's trying out.
Yeah, and her shape was amazing. But when they walked out, it was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Megan's won this. And then especially from the back, like, it was quite noticeable. This girl was good from the front and from the side, but from the back, she was lagging quite a bit. And, like, even here, you can see, like, yeah, she's got nice delts and her quads are good and stuff. Like, she's got really good shape, but Megan was just a bit bigger and better overall than the girl that came second. And then this girl came third, and she was peeled. But they put her in the middle, didn't they? And that's why Dan came over to me. He was like, "Do they not do call outs like usual?" And I was like, "I think that they know that she's won. I don't think that they're like putting the girl that's in the middle now first. I think they're just like keeping people guessing because it's pretty obvious that Megan's won." But yeah, she looked mint, really, really good, and she was happy and it was nice. Like, she was relieved. I think again she thought she hadn't won, so when they called out third and then second, and she like her face like she actually relaxed a bit, and it was nice to see that she was like buzzing that she'd won. But yeah, that was good. And then other than that, did you watch? You left as well, didn't you? You didn't watch the pro class.
No, I left when you guys left because I wanted to go to fucking put my feet up and get some food.
Yeah, so we missed the pro class, which
I saw the pro classic, but I didn't see the bodybuilding.
yeah,
I
so
thought
pro
Mitch
classic was just
Roberts
those two, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did you have Adrian winning that? Is that his name?
Yeah, just because I prefer Adrian's physique.
Adrian. So yeah, he was getting his tan next to me, I think, on the show day. I mean, from the back, Lucas is really good.
But then you look at that.
Yeah. As much as Lucas is really good and really classic, his quads are very strangely shaped, aren't they? I don't know, has he had an injury
Like
here?
he's got 2 torn quads.
Yeah.
It looks like 2 torn quads.
Yeah.
It's a bit bizarre. I think you could pose better as well. I feel like he doesn't help himself with his lower body.
Yeah, link in bio, yeah.
Link in bio, mate. I don't know that in Danish. I should have looked that up.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
Link in bio.
Yeah. And then this was the pro bodybuilding. So Mitch Jarvis came along and won, and he's obviously very, very good. Leon, who won his middleweight class and then obviously went into the pro-am class and won his pro card, came second. And then, again, the guy who came first in my class came third, which is quite cool. Like, obviously, if I'd have gone into this class, I don't know, would I have been third? Maybe. It's hard to say because I don't know what the guy in fourth was like. I want to compete against Leon. That would be cool to see. And he's a really nice guy. Like, we get on really well backstage and stuff. We always have a chat. And he's really sound. So I would like to compete against Leon. I think he's doing PCA 3. So if I do that, then obviously we would be against each other. But yeah, this guy in the middle was, fourth in my class. And he is really good. So, like, again, I can't complain. Like, I'm never wanting to come across like I'm complaining. Even the guy in fifth who was fucking annoying me all day with his
fucking sleeping bag.
He had this like bean bag. What would you call it?
It was like no, it was like one of those inflatables, but you don't pump it up. You just like put air into it. It was just
Mate,
like
he was
rabbit.
he was
He's
literally doing
fucking
it
like this. He put it.
all day. It was like he spent more time doing that than fucking laying on it. And like, I didn't snap, but there was one point where I was going to be like, mate, will you please just fucking stop? Because it was like so loud, and he was literally like taking up this massive area, just going, and like getting nowhere with it. And then like he'd randomly try and like lay down on it, and then it worked a few times, but it was like, fucking hell, mate. Like, I've literally seen you doing that all day. But anyway, he was in my class, and then I took some photos of him at the end of the day. But yeah, it was a good class. Like, again, I think because I perceive myself as not very good, and I don't just say that for the sake of it. Like, I still perceive myself as like, I don't think I'm great. So then, when I think I've come second, I think, oh, the class can't be that good then. But then I look back and I think, oh, actually, yeah, like he's really good. Like Paolo not placing, and Paolo was peeled. Like those photos of Paolo, I'd be buzzing if I had those of me. Like he's peeled. Like he looked mint. So yeah, it was still a good show, a good day. Nice for my family to be there. Nice for Megan's family to be there. Nice for Matt to be there. Obviously, Tim was there because he wasn't able to be at the last show. So a lot of positives, but it just went on longer than we wanted. Is that a good summary?
Well, I was happy with how the length of the day went. Like I said,
Oh, yeah.
because it's an international show. Like you want to see people compare. You don't want it to be like a PCA show where they just like do
I
one call out
agree.
numerical and then do a comparison. You want to see them worked a little bit. People moved about.
I do agree. I just think there's a middle ground. I think there's dragging it on for the sake of dragging it on, and then there's also, like you say, like PCA where it can be super rushed and people can have a bad experience because like I've got 2 minutes on stage. I think there's a middle ground of that, and that's what I think shows should aim for. I think that's what most shows do obviously aim for, but it's hard to find that balance. Someone getting bombed.
No, it's the British Airways flight to, I'm going to guess, somewhere in London Heathrow.
All right, should we discuss preps and then should we look at the PCA show? So should we go through your boys' preps? Let's chat about you, Noah, because you've recently had a high day.
Oh, and a high day. Oh, again, same as last time. Things are just moving pretty smoothly. We saw a prep low 2 days after the high day, which was quite nice. 167.8. So we saw the funny number. But body's responding fine. Like digestion is absolutely fine. We had a bit of an issue with one of the first high days that we had, but we've pulled volume down and body's responding a lot better. Brought some GDAs in, which are helping as well. But again, we've not made really a food reduction in fuck knows how long. We've not increased expenditure in God knows how long, and body's continuing to trickle downwards. We were saying it before the pod, like I'm still not too sure of what to expect my physique to look like, or like how much to come off, and then what that'll translate to in terms of a look. So I'm in a point where I'm trying to just be detached from the visuals. I'll take photos post-workout. I'll be able to get a general gauge of, pump, fullness, things like that. But in terms of just making sure that I'm eating my meals, doing my expenditure, and
No cardio.
yeah, no cardio. And that's it. Because I know that fat's coming off. It's just a case where, again, weight was up today, but it's not because of any other reason apart from the fact that I was a bit more stressed. I was a bit more inflamed post legs. But yeah, like I'm not a massive fan of these photos, but Finn was like, yeah, these are sound. We can expect that for where we're at. I know I've looked better earlier on through the week, so it's just a case where we can get that water to move and again continue pursuing for a bit more fat loss, which will be
Right,
nice.
honestly, this is really good though. Like, I think it's so easy to get caught up on. I looked better yesterday, or I think I looked better 2 days ago, and it's like you look good. Like overall, you look good. Like I wouldn't put too much stress, especially at this point out. I know obviously you've got that first show coming up, but like still, we know we're a way off the main shows. Is it what, like 14 weeks?
No, it's like 12, 11
Okay.
or 12.
But even then, like you've got plenty of time. You know what I mean? You're not far off. Like, and like we said for the Two Bros show, like you're gonna look still really really good for that, even though you're not going to be 100% all the way in. But yeah, mate, like if I'd have shown you, and I always say this to clients, like if I'd have shown you this photo before you started prep, or even like 2 years ago, or peak off season, you'd be like, fucking hell, like that's really good. But now, because you know, like I can be better and I'm gonna get sharper still, it's like you end up thinking that this isn't good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's easy to get in your head a little bit. But I'm really happy with how you're looking, mate, and how everything's going. It's nice that we're not having to like dig as such, and we've got loads of room to pull food when we need to, haven't we? So we're in a good spot.
Yeah. Things are moving pretty sound.
Not about you, Matt. I saw you made some changes.
Starting to dig. I think it was just like trying to get the whole travel thing out of the way. So now I'm back home for a couple of weeks, can get settle back in, prioritize my own prep a wee bit. And there's minimal travel from now until my first show. I think I'm maybe only going away 3 times, 2, 3 times, and one of them's down south anyway. So it's not like it's getting a flight or anything. It'll just be a day trip. So yeah, Tim was sort of given the green light to, okay, let's kind of push on a little bit. Let's be a little bit more aggressive, a bit more assertive, because body weight's been coming down, but it's just been so slow. Like it's just been like a pound a week, a pound a week, and it's like we're making like decent changes, and still it's just very slow, very slow. And I think it is because of the travel, like constantly like running about, rushing, trying to get caught back up on work. We pull cardio, which did help sort of alleviate a lot of the lower body fatigue, and training was flying. I didn't feel battered. But it meant, okay, well, if you're pulling cardio, then something else needs to change. You have to either have to drop food or pump up steps, and we decided to do both. So, yeah, sort of like starting to push now. 11 weeks out from the first show, and we've actually implemented low days, so no high days for me, just low days. So I'm running 3 low days across the week now. So it's like upper and lower low days, then a non-training day. Then my pull session and my leg pull session are both like my usual kind of training day food. And then the push day is also a low day. So 3 low days, 2 normal training days, 2 rest days. But the funny thing is, like on those low days, I understand why the low days have gone in, and like on the certain days that they are, as in on weaker body part days. But the funny thing is, the difference between my food on like the lower days and the non-training days is no different in the morning in the meals that I eat before my session. My first meal is still the exact same. My pre-workout meal is still the exact same. It's the food after the session that's actually been dropped. But still having a bit more food on those like lower body or on the leg pull day and the back session, it'll kind of help prioritize recovery, make sure that I'm retaining as much muscle as possible. But it's like I'm not going to feel amazing on my moderate training days. There's no food difference from that or a low day.
Going into the session, I even find you can kind of dig as much as you need. If your pre-workout meal's the same, often you'll go into the session feeling the same.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a bit of a mental thing, but yeah, as long as I've got
you've got that decent meal. Like my food's low, but my pre-workout meal it still fills me up. Obviously, I could eat more, but it satiates me. I enjoy it, and I go into my session feeling pretty good every time, even if I've like been digging every other meal elsewhere. It's like as long as I can still, and again, obviously, as long as I can still sleep well with my dessert pre-bed. Which fucking say to Tim every time, like, mate, I've got to have my dessert. It's like 45 grams of sourdough, which is fuck all, but it's like the most thinly sliced bits of sourdough, because I buy the sourdough from the co-op and then I like screw it myself. It's two most like literally about that thin, and then with like whey on it with dark chocolate and nut butter, and then some berries, and it is banging to be fair. As long as I can have that, I sleep like a baby.
I think, yeah, we'll do the same. We'll prioritize pre-meal and pre-bed carbs. Honestly, you could take away fucking every single carb away from every other meal. Do not care, as long as pre-meal and pre-bed are exactly the same. Then I'm happy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I did hit a new low this morning as well, 175.5. So it's about 79.6 kilos. But yeah, I just hope to start seeing new lows like every day and big drops. Get as much fat off while I feel good as possible. And we've bumped steps up to 15,000 on both training days and rest days. We were talking about this, Finn, where it was like it's almost easier to do more steps on a training day than a rest day. Like I'm dragging myself out on a rest day to go do steps.
Yeah.
Training day, I'm just like constantly moving. It's so easy to get them done. So yeah, 15k and 15k. That's pretty much it. It's pretty much it. Looking a little bit leaner, which I was happy about.
Yeah, photos up.
It's weird. I'm like, I'm trying to like, I don't know why I'm trying to label myself as something, but I'm like, am I flat or am I full? Like I'm almost wanting to be one or the two, but I'm kind of just in this weird middle ground where like my weaker body parts are starting to flatten off a tiny bit, the stronger body parts aren't. But this was 2 scoops of Vortex, or after 2 scoops of Vortex.
Good in it, Vortex, mate.
It's
I did 2 scoops, but there's a lot of beta alanine in it.
Oh, my face was like,
So tingly, mate.
yeah. But it's good. It works like. Look at that moon pose. Bring that back. That's not recent. That's from the. That's Muscle Hut.
Oh shit, so it is.
That's Muscle Hut. That's when that was when we went over. That's after about 30 slices of pizza.
Built off of cheesy potatoes.
Oh mate, don't even. So yeah, like happy with how like a lot of the poses are looking. Just I know there's like a lot more to come off. Like people are like, oh, you've already got like striations and stuff through your quads, and I'm like, yeah, but like I know there's about 20 pounds that still need to come off here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's one of those like I feel like because you've got such strong body parts like your delts and your quads, they're gonna look lean regardless. It's like for example, for me, like my chest and arms, even when I'm off season, they're vascular, but then my back's fat or my glutes are fat. Obviously, like areas are a lot more stubborn, let's say, but a lot of it's not even that it's stubborn. It's just that you've got less muscle there. But mate, this is cool.
yeah, that's an update on me.
Coming around quick, aren't they? The shows.
Yeah, I shot myself when I realised I was 11 weeks out.
Oh, it's mental. Like even like with yours, Noah. Like I keep thinking, oh, they're like you got ages before the Korean show and the Japan show, and it's like it's actually gonna come around super quick. But no, what I was literally about to say is the reason that what is so good is because you are in a good spot. It doesn't feel like oh fuck they're coming around quick. You know what I mean? It's like oh Sam, we still got plenty of time. Like, but I like I say, I'm really happy with how you're looking, and like we were saying this before the podcast. Like obviously you're not gonna step on stage tomorrow, but if you were to step on stage tomorrow with a couple of high days in you, a good peak, real nice glaze and tan, you'd get some sick shots. Although you wouldn't be 100%, you'd still get some sick shots, which would be cool. But yeah, it's obviously a couple of weeks away still. So that's you've announced this, right? I'm not.
Yeah, I've spoken about it, but I've not sat and like when I post on my stories and my
Yeah,
when
you
I'm
put the main shows. Don't
weeks
you?
out, I'm like, nah, I'm 12 weeks out. That one doesn't really count, but I'll be doing it.
But what's cool is you're in a good spot where if you weren't doing 2 weeks out and you were legit 12 weeks out from a first show, I'd be thinking, oh mate, you're in a great spot. You know what I mean? But the fact you're 2 weeks out, I'm still thinking this is going to be a pretty cool look. Like even though you're not going to be 100%, it's still going to be a good look. So yeah, I'm more than happy with how it's going. Shows we've got coming up:
Nice.
Budapest
Budapest, yeah. When do you go?
tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow. Luckily, I'm off the gym. I'll say luckily, I've booked time off. So tomorrow, the plan is usual morning work, check-ins, etc. Prep meals, pack, set off to Megan's, and then we'll fly from Manchester tomorrow at like 6. And then when we land, get straight on the football because the England game's on. Get to the Airbnb, watch the rest of the game, sleep, and then food shop the next day. So that's the plan. That means the Thursday is going to be an upper pump session. See Finley, see Dylan as well, hopefully, because Dylan's over there.
What Dylan? Not still.
Dylan Van Marnen, yeah.
I thought he was on a boat with his brother.
He is on a boat with a brother, and he's on a boat with Kieran Daly or Daly. I need to ask
They're
Kieran.
on the same boat.
Yeah, they're on the same boat.
The Norway cruise one.
Kieran, message me. How do I say your surname? Is it Daly or Daly? I know he watches these. He's on the same one. Yeah, so basically, Dylan's brother is one of the staff. He's like one of the cruise ship staff. Like I think he's one of the captains. I'm not, or third captain. Someone, I think one. Either Dylan told me or Dylan has told me, but not the exact role. I think Kieran told me the exact role. But anyway, he works on the cruise ship. So Dylan's gone to visit him whilst he's got a bit of time off on his cruise ship, and then they've stopped off. They've done the Norwegian fjords, and then Dylan's going from there, I believe, from there to Budapest because of Jorvi competing, and he's supporting him and maybe some other people, I don't know. But yeah, Kieran's on that cruise that Dylan's brother's on, and they like bumped into each other, and they were like, "What the fuck?" And then both messaged me, and I was like, "Yeah, this is sick." Kieran's doing PCA 3 when he gets back, so that'd be cool. Obviously, yeah. So Budapest, that's the plan. Thursday, train up, see the boys. Friday, rest, do tan, etc. And then Saturday, Finley's on in the morning. I'm on in the evening. Megan's on after me. So we've got a long wait. We might go back to the Airbnb. Depends how far away it is and stuff. But like Finley being on in the morning, I don't really fancy just being at the show all day. And I know that they are pretty on it with their timings. So I'd expect that I will be on when it says, which is like, I think it's like 5 or 6 p.m. I can't remember exactly. And then Sunday, there is a pro show. But whether or not, I mean, in my head, this sounds really negative. I'd rather explore Budapest than do the pro show. You know what I mean? However, I could hopefully do both. We'll see. But yeah, I do want to. I love Budapest. I think I might have said that a million times on this podcast. And I want to show Megan all the amazing buildings. Like the Parliament building in Budapest, guys. If you've never been, it's fucking sick. Fisherman's Bastion, really cool. So go to Budapest, enjoy it. And then we go from there to Marbella. That's the plan. Then we get back. We got PCA 3. We've got quite a big team in PCA 3 now. We've got Aiden. We've got Matt, who both did WMBF. Then we've got Ryan, who's going to be doing novice because I've asked him to switch from classic. So shout out to Ryan. He's not classic in any way. But I asked him to do classic because I was like, look, mate, I think I'm going to be doing that show. I was like, I'm not 100%, but I think I'm going to do PCA 3, so I'll be in the bodybuilding tall. Do you want to do it together or not? I was like, I'll be honest, I'd probably rather not be against you, just because it kind of takes away from my enjoyment of doing it as a coach for you. And he was like, oh yeah, mate, that's fine, I'll do classic. And to be fair, he would still do well. Like, he does look good, doesn't he, Matt? He is good.
Yeah, he's good.
Obviously, you're helping out with his posing, so like he can pose a bit more classic, but his physique is more bodybuilding, like 100%. But then I realised that they obviously have novice. So I was like, oh shit, sorry mate, they've got novice. So I've asked him to change. So we've got Aiden, Matt, Ryan, Kieran, and then probably me, but not 100%.
Does Josh have anyone?
I think so, yeah. And then Noah, you've got Ewan.
I've got you in, yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking good.
Yeah, he's fucking peeled, man. He's totally.
What class is he in?
Mate, one of the first messages he sent to me was, "Whoa, what's the height category for PCA?" Because I think he falls right in the centimetre of either or. So, however they fancy in the day, they'll stick him in either one.
How old is he?
26, 27.
Yeah, he's really good, really, really good. So that'd be cool. You're going to the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll be there. Shay's going. So we've got like a big team of us there. See who Josh has got in it, if he's got anyone in it. And then after that, we've got Noah's show. We've got the two bros. So then we've got after that the meetup, 18th of July, Natural Physique meetup. If you want to get involved, then sign up. And after that, we've got the two bros. Well, actually, the same day of the meetup is the two bros pro qualifier. So we don't know who's doing that. If anyone, we shall see. Mm-hmm. And then we've got PCA 4, and then there's a bit of a gap, isn't there? And then it's like the MBF shows start coming in.
Yeah.
And then you boys are on again. Well, then Matt's on, and then obviously Noah's on again. So yeah, a lot of shows coming up. I feel like before there used to be 2 seasons. I don't think there is.
Yeah, I felt like there used to be a bit of a break around July where you could chill the fuck out, and not anymore.
Yeah, it did used to be like May, June, and then you'd have July and some of August as a gap, and then the qualifiers would start coming in at the back end of August, wouldn't they? Like the week, it was like the middle week of August and onwards, and then it was like August, September, October, and then it was done. But even now, like, especially if you have like WNBF Worlds, it goes on to November, and it started in April, didn't it? Really, with PCA 1, and there's not really any gap, which is really cool, as we've said before. Like, there's a lot more opportunities for people, which is sick. But it also is just like non-stop. What's this one?
KLM. I'll be going to Amsterdam.
Right.
Yeah, it's a big blue plane.
Have you given up on that now? You had a bit of a phase, didn't you, where you were?
No, mate, I'm still fully invested in tracking planes.
Yeah.
Flying is so much fun when you just
posing call. Just stop mid posing call.
Wait, hold on. What's that? I get my wee flight tracker up.
Yeah.
It's just good, mate. When you see a fucking plane, like, especially when it's a bright day, I've got this big window here. You see a plane like a wee dot in the distance, and you see like the line, like of the. I was going to say the gas that's leaving. That's not the right way. What do you call that?
Yeah, this
Fuel?
I don't know. It's like I was going to say steam. But
Yeah, it's not steam.
Yeah,
Whatever that is, the wee trail.
Yeah.
I was like, right, based on how far away that is, how high it is, that could be a transatlantic one. So then I'm trying to think, can I identify the airline? And then I go on the app, and it's like, this is going from Berlin to Toronto or something mad. And I'm like, that's mental. There's just these like either Germans or Canadians up on this plane going to Toronto. They've looked out the window, and it's like Belfast, and I'm just like sitting in my gaff looking at them. I just think that's mad.
Yeah.
Am I autistic, or do other people like
I
agree
think,
with
mate,
this?
a lot of people do like it. It's just something that I don't think I'd ever get into.
You haven't lived then, mate.
Yeah, must be that.
Honestly, see when you see like 3 or 4 of them as well, and it's like they're going in different directions. That one's going off to like Dubai or something. That one's going to America. It's just mental. And then when you get the app up as well, you see like how many flights are actually going out. And like the whole Atlantic is just full of planes right now.
Yeah, it is crazy. Like, and also quite scary. Like the
Right.
amount of planes that are in the sky at the same time, and they're all just like.
Yeah, how do you coordinate that?
Yeah.
Like fair play air traffic control, because that's
Shout out. If anything, if you learn anything from this podcast, it's shout out air traffic control.
it's a fucking.
That is our motto, to be fair. Usually it's underneath the logo. Shout out air traffic control. Right, should we wrap it up there?
Yeah, it's a good way to end it.
All right, I'll wrap it up. Thank you for watching, as always, guys. We appreciate it. Thank you for listening. If you are listening on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, please give us a 5-star rating. Please tag us in stories. Please subscribe, all that jazz, because it does help us out. And yeah, thank you, as always, and we will catch you in the next one.